Hey guys, it's Jessie Rhines, yoga therapist from Evolutions, and it is time for us to talk about Tonglen. So, as I reach into myself in an effort to find something worthy of sharing, something that might be helpful to the community, I often find things that calm us, things that ground us, things that recognize this present moment that we're in, which is okay. This moment is okay. You know, I often want to connect with my own sense that I'm safe and share that and encourage us to do that for each other. And it's also true that there's a privilege in that. There's an inherent privilege in that. And one of the biggest struggles for me right now, one of the biggest challenges for me as I go through this pandemic is how to expand wide enough. This is something we talk about in yoga, to comfort myself and others, and also to name that what's happening isn't affecting all of us proportionately, and that there's all kinds of issues of class, and that inherently race, and we need to do better at taking care of each other in the first place. And that there's a lot that's wrong. No matter what your politics are. I think we can probably agree on that. And how to give comfort when that's not what I want to give comfort around, you know? How to find peace and also refuse to find peace. And so the tradition of Tonglen comes to me, where we breathe in the struggle, the pain, the discomfort, the darkness, the disease, sickness, fear, poverty, racism, otherizing, and we breathe out peace and light and health and joy and justice. If you haven't heard of Tonglen before, it might be because it's uncomfortable for people. I just want to name that. I think that's a big part of why we don't see it much. But it's profound. It's profound in what it can offer us. And it's believed, that it's also able to offer something to the world. So thank you for listening this far, if you've made it this far. And I appreciate community and dialogue, hearing and being heard. And now we'll get into the practice. So, as always, I encourage you to find a comfortable seated position and allow yourself to, whether you're seated on a bolster like I am or the ground, to feel a sense of rooting down. Feel a sense of connecting to the earth. You might need a few massages of the temple or the jaw or the scalp, or shaking things out. You might need to shimmy the body a little bit. As always, lion's breath is a great tool to empty, 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 to be clean before we begin. I want to encourage you to step into this in stages. You can absolutely kind of dial it down or up in terms of needing more milder imagination, or more bold. And if you feel uncomfortable taking in pain, you might be trying to take in too much of it. And you can dial it back to one person at a time, or one area at a time, or one issue at a time. Be comfortable even as you're courageous. Do not traumatize yourself. That's not the point. The point is, eventually closing eyes, to recognize our capacity for transformation. You might even see yourself as kind of like a recycling factory. This is how I tend to teach this to some. To even just work with something like imaginary air that's not quite clean, but that your lungs have the capacity to turn around. And it's not just clean air, but maybe it's light or sparkling. And again, you can see just a few flecks in that air if that feels safer to you. Or you can recognize that this is a tradition of thousands of years old and you're doing yourself no harm at all, and you have the capacity to use your imagination to heal. When Pema Chodron teaches this, she talks about maybe even breathing in the pain of one certain person and breathing out what they need. Like, for example, a cup of coffee. If you know that person really loves coffee, you can give a gift that's specific, or you could imagine a heart, or Valentine chocolates, right? Or anything that's a symbol of love for you. Or if we're working more globally with larger numbers, perhaps those specifics work less well. Perhaps they don't. But I want to offer you lots and lots of ways to do this. So just getting the breath longer, getting the body taller so that your capacity for breath is greater. Keeping the roots but growing your spine, pulling the crown of your head up. Be willing to take in some form of pain in your own way and to transform it and breathe out healing. A lot of times when I do this, I breathe in fear and I breathe out love. Find what works for you. Know you are an alchemist. And just by getting that breath full, and maybe one brief pause, it changes. And out comes something very different. You can work with an ocean breath, a 3-part breath. All of that is up to you. Some folks prefer an exhale through the mouth during Tonglen. All of that is up to you. I would simply recommend a long inhale, a pause, and an exhale of something different. I'll say less now as we practice together for a few moments. Breathing in suffering, breathing out light. Recognizing pain, recognizing injustice. sending love. Well wishes, comfort, light. Just trying this, and then you can see how it makes you feel, or if you think it's useful, or if you might be able to believe that it's helpful as one of many things we do. To be in solidarity. Let's do one more minute together in earnest, my friends, to be in solidarity. To believe in transformation and healing in this small way. And let's find our last 3 breaths, ending well, ending as mindfully as we can. And after that 3rd exhale, having a bit of a transition, letting the technique of the practice go. Allowing the eyes to flutter open at their own pace in their own time. Eventually back into this room. I want to stress that this technique is not about necessarily even being overly generous as though we deserve some sort of congratulations for that. It's not about being a savior. It's not about giving in any way that generates any self-congratulations. It's about solidarity and finding all the different ways that we can. And this is one, hopefully of many, to simply do the right thing, whatever that might be, that we might be able to continue to hear what is the right thing. One thing that can't really be argued with is that this is a global experience we're having right now. Some would say it's maybe our first moment of global consciousness, or our first experience of global consciousness to this degree, with this kind of, I'll say again, solidarity. So I'm simply encouraging us to use this very, very, what I imagine to be ripe time for something like Tonglen, when the interconnected web of life is so obvious. May we use that web to do the right thing. Thank you so much. I encourage you to use this practice often. Use it on your own or here with me. And I love hearing from you all. So continue to email or comment below. And until next time, may this practice be meaningful. May this practice bear fruit. And may the fruits of our practice benefit all beings everywhere. The light in me honors the light in each one of you. Namaste.